Number 10. The Ford 462 V8 engine was produced from 1966 to 1968. It was part of Ford's Mercury Edsel Lincoln family of engines, designed primarily for luxury and high-torque applications in Ford's premium vehicles. The 462 cubic-inch engine represented the last and largest displacement in the MEL lineup, following earlier 383, 410, and 430 engines. Featuring a 4.38-inch bore and a 3.83-inch stroke, the 462 was intended to deliver smooth, powerful performance for Lincoln's large and heavy luxury cars. With a 10.25-to-1 compression ratio and a 4-barrel carburetor, the engine produced a factory-rated 340 horsepower and a robust 485 foot-pounds of torque. The MEL 462 was exclusively used in Lincoln models like the Continental, providing a smooth, effortless driving experience. While not marketed as a performance engine, the 462's substantial torque enabled respectable acceleration even in the hefty Lincoln lineup. Number 9. Introduced in 1964, the 426 Hemi was initially designed for NASCAR racing. Its hemispherical combustion chambers allowed for superior airflow and combustion efficiency, giving it a significant edge over competitors. The engine quickly proved its prowess on the track, dominating races and prompting NASCAR to impose stricter regulations. In response, Chrysler made the 426 Hemi available to the public in 1966, leading to its legendary status in street-legal muscle cars like the Dodge Charger and Plymouth Barracuda. The 426 Hemi boasts impressive specifications: a bore and stroke of 4.25 inches by 3.75 inches, and a compression ratio of 10.25 to 1. It features dual 4-barrel carburetors, producing an advertised 425 horsepower and 490 foot-pounds of torque at 4,000 RPM. In factory trim, street Hemi cars often clocked quarter-mile times in the mid-13-second range. Number 8. In 1969, Chrysler engineers were tasked with creating an engine that could compete with the best in the industry. They took the already impressive 440 cubic-inch V8 and added a trio of 2-barrel carburetors. This setup allowed for a more efficient fuel mixture, significantly boosting horsepower and torque. The 446-pack engine was first introduced in the Dodge Super Bee and Plymouth Roadrunner, two of Chrysler's most iconic muscle cars. With its distinctive air cleaner and aggressive stance, the engine quickly became a symbol of raw power and performance. It produced an impressive 390 horsepower and 490 foot-pounds of torque. Despite its heavy weight, the 446-pack's sheer torque made it a formidable engine capable of producing remarkable acceleration. A 69 Roadrunner 446-pack can cover the quarter-mile in an astonishing 12.91 seconds. Number 7. The 7455 high-output V8 engine marked Pontiac's first use of the massive 455 cubic-inch displacement in a high-performance configuration. The 455 HO was introduced as a response to increasing competition from other American manufacturers producing big-block engines. With a bore of 4.15 inches and a stroke of 4.21 inches, this cast-iron engine featured a mild 10.25 to 1 compression ratio, which, combined with a high-lift camshaft and large valve heads, allowed it to deliver a rated 360 to 370 horsepower and a massive 500 foot-pounds of torque. The 455 HO was offered in Pontiac's top performance models, including the GTO and Firebird, where its immense torque and solid low-end power allowed these vehicles to achieve impressive acceleration with minimal effort. A stock 70 GTO equipped with the 455 HO could run the quarter mile in the high 13-second range. Number 6. The Oldsmobile Rocket 455 V8 was introduced in 1968. This engine was part of Oldsmobile's effort to maintain its performance image amidst fierce competition. The engine produced between 275 and 400 horsepower, depending on the specific model and year, with a torque output reaching up to 500 foot-pounds. The Rocket 455 found its home in legendary Oldsmobile models, including the 442 and the Toronado, where its power and torque made it a potent force. A 68 Hurst Olds, equipped with a 390 horsepower variant of the Rocket 455, could complete the quarter mile in 13.7 seconds at over 100 miles per hour. Number 5. Developed as part of Chevy's Mark IV big block family, the LS6 was designed to dominate both the street and the drag strip. The engine displaced 454 cubic inches with a 4.25-inch bore and a 4-inch stroke. The LS6 featured high-compression forged aluminum pistons, large rectangular port cylinder heads, and an aggressive solid-lifter camshaft, all working together to create tremendous power. Officially, it was rated at 450 horsepower and 500 foot-pounds of torque. The LS6-equipped Chevy SS 454 was among the fastest American muscle cars, able to take on nearly any competitor in 1970. Paired with a heavy-duty Muncie M22 Rock Crusher 4-speed manual transmission, or the Turbo Hydra-matic 400 automatic, the LS6 delivered explosive performance, particularly in the low and mid-range. A stock Chevy SS 454 LS6 could run the quarter mile in an impressive 13 seconds. Number 4. The Buick 455 engine, introduced in 1970, powered the Buick Grand Sport series and became renowned for its powerful torque and performance. The pinnacle of this engine lineup was the GS 455 Stage 1, factory-rated at 360 horsepower and an astonishing 510 foot-pounds of torque, higher than any muscle car at the time. Despite its large size and weight, the GS 455's torque allowed it to achieve excellent acceleration. In stock form, the GS 455 Stage 1 could complete the quarter mile in around 13.3 seconds, putting it in the same league as performance icons from Chevy, Ford, and Chrysler. Number 3. The Cadillac 472 series engine, introduced in 1968, marked Cadillac's entrance into the big block V8 era. With a displacement of 472 cubic inches, this engine was initially designed to provide abundant low-end torque, making it ideal for Cadillac's larger luxury models. The 472 featured a bore of 4.3 inches and a stroke of 4.06 inches, coupled with a 10.5-to-1 compression ratio in its early years. With a factory rating of 375 horsepower and 525 foot-pounds of torque at just 3,000 RPM, the 472 was engineered to deliver a strong and effortless driving experience. The 472 engine was used in Cadillac's flagship models, including the DeVille, Fleetwood, and Eldorado, providing powerful, near-silent acceleration. In a large luxury car like the DeVille, the engine could propel the car down the quarter mile in around 15.8 seconds. Impressive given the car's size and weight. Number 2. Developed as an upgrade to Cadillac's already potent 472 V8, the 500 V8 engine was initially created to power the '70 Cadillac Eldorado, providing the power needed for Cadillac's flagship model. With a bore of 4.30 inches and a longer stroke of 4.304 inches, the Cadillac 500 was engineered to deliver enormous torque and smooth power delivery. Early models of the 500 V8 featured a 10.0-to-1 compression ratio, producing a rated 400 horsepower and an astonishing 550 foot-pounds of torque at 3,000 RPM. The 500 V8 could complete the quarter mile in around 15.4 seconds in a stock Eldorado. For enthusiasts, the Cadillac 500 V8 proved to be an excellent platform for hot rodding and racing, with ample room for modification due to its robust design and ability to handle higher compression and advanced tuning. Number 1. Based on Chevy's 409 engine, the 427 was a limited production variant created specifically to dominate the drag strip and stock car racing. To reach 427 cubic inches, Chevy engineers increased the stroke from the 409's 3.5 inches to 3.65 inches while keeping the 4.31-inch bore. The Z11 featured unique high-flow cylinder heads and an aluminum intake manifold, which helped reduce weight and improve breathing. A dual 4-barrel carburetor and a 13.5-to-1 compression ratio setup allowed the engine to reach its peak power potential, with factory ratings of around 430 horsepower and a massive 575 foot-pounds of torque. The big block 427 engine allowed the Impala Z11 to perform exceptionally well on the drag strip, with quarter-mile times reportedly in just 10.8 seconds. It was also the first stock car to exceed 120 miles per hour in a quarter-mile run.